My name is Empress King. I am a full-time model in Chicago. I've been natural for 7 years, but I would say one fun fact about my hair is that it does what it does, and I love it. That's it. My horror hair story is around maybe 4 years ago. I went and got booked. Well, actually, I went to a casting call and got booked. But I went to a casting call at a white salon that was downtown. I had heard about the casting on Facebook and decided, shoot your shot. You're not signed, but it's paid, and what's the worst? I noticed that it was all white, and I kind of was like, ooh. But all the models were white. It was 2 black girls, including myself, but they were ambiguous, so it was like, that's a difference. Like, that's a total difference if it's not any 4C textures in the room. I don't even know if for a long time people would ask me if it bothered me when I tell the story, and I was always like, no, as a model, you're gonna get in this and they're gonna wanna do things, and you just have to, work with it, tell them no perms or nothing like that, but if they wanna cut or color, just let them do it. So they really didn't wanna pick me because I had the 4C hair. We was in a lineup, and I was like, oh, this is kind of, even in the lineup, I was like, wow. So I was standing next to this other girl who was black, but she was ambiguous, and her hair texture was very much looser. And I was like, they're probably gonna pick you. Because there was other white girls, but I know at some shows like this, they need only 1 or 2 black girls. They don't need to have to deal with how to do all of this. So she was standing right there, we both were, and I was like, dang, why are you standing by me? And I was kind of mad at myself for feeling that way. Like, she can stand by you, but you kind of feeling like you standing by me is gonna make them look at which one is easier to do. So I was like, okay, you're the only 4C texture, you might not get picked. And as they picked everybody, they picked the Asian model, they picked several white models, and then it got to the black models. It was like, okay, who you gonna pick? They picked one of the ambiguous models, and then they looked at me and another one and were like, okay. And I'm like, so who gonna do my hair though? Who gonna pick me? Because I need the money. It was $375 a day. I really wanted it. Even in that moment though, I was feeling uncomfortable. I still wanted to get the money. So they had picked me, and I was kind of excited. But then when it came down to doing my hair, I was like, oh man, it took forever. I had got booked for a 2-day process. I did get picked, but I felt like I got chosen just so they can show to their audience that they can do hair like this. So, but they couldn't do my hair. They just ended up cutting it. They colored it, and when they got done coloring it, they was like, would you like us to straighten it? Can we do that? I said, no, because it's not going to last. It's no perm. Well, can we cut it? And I was like, she's like, because this is what we want to see this image. Show me a picture. And I'm like, okay. They were calling me Grace Jones because they couldn't remember my name. So I think everyone around who saw me with the haircut, who was booking me after that, were like, oh, you look like Grace Jones. We can use that look. So it was a lot of that going on for a while. Everybody was like, oh, you look like Grace Jones. We want to book you. And I was like, that's not what I was going for. Never in life did I ever want to walk around with a bald fade. As she cut it, I guess that was the highlight, but I didn't really want my hair cut, which was the whole thing. I just couldn't say it. I love the hair color. I just could not say, hey, I don't want that either. So could we leave it like this and I still get paid? But it was like, no, you were booked for 2 days to get something done, and you have to get this. And it was a black woman there who was doing the color. So she made sure to direct them and be like, oh, she need this color right here with this and that. But she couldn't, in my mind, I feel like she goes with the flow, the shop. She had straight hair that was colored, and I was just like, okay, so now I got this short hair, and I ain't want my hair cut this short. Like, all of this was gone. It was just up to the top, and for a long time, my way of embracing it was going to keep getting it cut. Like, okay, just keep going with it. Don't even let your hair grow out. You don't, kept telling myself, you don't really care about long hair on your hair texture. It's not a big deal for you. And it was like, no, it really was. It was, because I took time to grow my hair out. I took time to go natural. And because they didn't know what to do with it, they asked me could they cut it off. And I thought if I said no, I wouldn't be able to be in the hair show. So now I was bald for like 2 years. So, you know, I would recommend to anybody to most definitely speak up. Speak up if you don't like it. So to anyone who was trying to get into this modeling industry, I would just want them to know that you don't have to change anything about your natural hair unless you really want to. If you love an afro, wear the afro. You're not white, you're not Mexican, you're not nothing but black. And your texture of hair, no matter if it's looser or if it's tighter, like my 4C, it matters because it's yours. So only person that's gonna really love it is you. You have to. And if you do that, then everybody around you is gonna love it and respect it.